And I guess there's a bit of a misconception. So when I talk to my client base about possibly using a buyer's agent,
Hmm.
and I remember having a conversation with a tenant of mine who was interested in possibly investing interstate,
Hmm.
and I said, why don't you engage a buyer's agent to help you because you're based in Sydney and you're looking at something, I think she was looking at South Australia from memory.
Hmm.
And she said to me, oh, Mary, I can't afford a buyer's agent. Only the rich people can afford buyer's agent. So I guess my question to you is who uses buyer's agents?
Very good question, Mary. And this has been asked so many times to me. Why should I engage buyer's agent? Even like if I talk about myself 5 years ago, I was like, why should I engage buyer's agent? I can do it
Mhm,
myself, right? So, and they're expensive. But I would
mhm,
say this fact, this is not a fact, and it's far from the fact. Buyer's agent charge you a fee, but the amount of services they provide you is exemplary.
yeah.
We help clients buying the property at the right price. So just to give an example, let's say the buyer's agent may charge you somewhere between 1% to 2% of
Mhm,
the property price, or they may charge you a flat fee, which can range from, let's say, $10,000 to $15,000 or so.
mhm,
But think about a scenario. I'll give you one example. I bought a property recently for my client, and the property was advertised at 579,000 to
mhm,
609,000.
mhm,
So very high demand area where the property goes in a flick of a second.
mhm,
So a normal person like me and you will go and say, okay, I think should give an offer of around 590 or 600,000 to be safer.
mm.
Just to give an example, I bought that property for $570,000.
Wow, well done.
So that property on the RP data has a range of, let's say, 580 to 623. So
Mm.
I bought the property even before the lower end of the spectrum.
Yeah, yeah,
So I could save my client bare minimum 20 to 30 grand straight away. So even if they pay a fee to me, and that fee is not just to buy a property, it's to help them in the whole process, in the whole journey, right
exactly.
from the negotiation of the property, contract exchange, and then settlement, and all
Yeah,
the way everything in between. So if they pay a service, it's there's a value that a buyer's agent can create, and that value can comes in three forms. First of all, the fee that you pay to a buyer's agent is tax deductible.
yes, yes,
Yes, so that's a great advantage. So whatever you pay to buyer's agent, you can claim it from the tax department at the end of the acquisition, because it's like a stamp duty you're paying.
yeah,
It added to your cost of acquisition.
mhm,
The second most important part is that if they save you money through negotiation, most of the time, the money that they can save through negotiation is more than what you pay to them as a buyer's agent's fees.
exactly, exactly.
Exactly right. And the third most important thing where they can create value is they can help you buy property in those areas where the property is increasing. Just to give an example, like I bought a property for my client, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 car space property for 749,000 on 29th of February. Property settled. Within 1.5 months, today, 17th of April, the property has already gone up by 30 to 40 grand.
Wow, nice, nice work.
It's about getting the right property at the right time at the right price. And this is
Yeah,
what my genre is. My negotiation skills, the value that a buyer's agent can create through the right properties in the right areas, it's much more than the fees that they pay. So yes, a buyer's agent charge a fee, but there is a value behind it. And it's not really only rich people can afford. Nowadays, if you see, people like you and me, families, a young couple, as individual who's just starting a job, a 20-year-old guy who's just starting to, get some money from the different jobs.
yeah,
Everyone and anyone can engage a buyer's agent,
yeah.
and they're not expensive for the value they create.
And also, if you want to buy interstate as well, because I think you recently went interstate to look at some properties for your potential clients or clients, right? So,
Yes.
who can afford to go and look at? I mean, how many times are you going to take a plane and go interstate and go look at something to, the expense of that alone? I mean, we're not just talking the cost of travel, the accommodation side of things, the time as well that you've got to take out. And I think one of the common things that I always hear is, they've got the cash and the finances, but they just don't have the time to look at buying a property, you know.
Absolutely. I think you kind of nailed it. So this is the main reason why people engage buyer's agent, right? So first, they don't have time, right? And then they
Mm,
don't have expertise. And the third important thing is they want to buy, but they don't have the or maybe they're scared to buy properties interstate, right? It's easy to buy property in your state.
Yes.
When you buy property interstate, is always there is a scare, what if the property
Yes.
is bad? Then this is where I really help them. So in my own example, I have properties throughout Australia, and some of
Yeah.
these properties I bought in auction. I didn't even
Hmm.
see the properties for 1 year. So
Yeah.
this is where it comes in, and the reason why I went to Queensland on a road trip, because I wanted to get into the shoes of my buyers, my
Yeah.
clients.
Yeah.
I did go through a lot of areas. I traveled around 900 kilometers in 3 days, um, to go through absolutely all the areas where I'm actually helping people to buy the property.
Yeah.
The amount of confidence I got in that process was amazing. I
Hmm.
came back, I spoke to my clients, I sent them photos of their properties behind me, and they were like
Nice.
over the moon. So this is where the fear is buying a property interstate. And if a buyer's agent is working for you, is
Yeah.
helping you through the process, you kind of rest assured. Obviously, I can't go and look at every property before I buy. Most of the properties we buy through real estate agents. We arrange video calls, we arrange inspections. I can even send people in my own network to go and visit the property, give us the
Mm.
report. And on top of it, Mary, it's about engaging the right professionals.
Yeah.
I'm in touch with the building and pest control guys.
Yeah.
I'm in touch with the other buyers agents, other professionals in the industry who will charge a fee to me, but who will go there, look at the property, inspect it, give you the on-ground report.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
takes the stress out of the buyers because
Yeah.
they have seen the properties through me.
That's
you
right.
know i
That's
i
right.
have taken them through the journey of buying the property and feeling, and they can't touch the property, we can't touch the property, but we can feel, we can
Yeah.
see everything about it, right?
Yeah.
So yes, that journey has been exemplary so far. I've been helping people throughout, buying properties in South Australia, in Queensland, in Western Australia, and this experience is very much a learning experience for all of us.
That's amazing. That and I mean, how much price, what's the dollar sign that can you put on that kind of self-assurance that you're going to have, and the network that you have built over time to be allowed to, that allows you to, get the pest building done, or get somewhere to walk you through, do the video call. So, while a buyer might not be there physically,
Yeah.
you're doing everything possible to give that assurance as if they are there physically going and visiting the property, so that they've got that assurance that, buying properties is a huge investment, right? So, just giving that assurance that you're there, you're taking them through that step-by-step process until settlement. That's pretty awesome.